I want to keep this short and simple. After testing everything I think could be good in solo blankets, I ended up with this. Now let me explain. I used the AK over the FCAR due to its bigger mag size and it's just feeling better in closer quarters. I seem to also just win a lot more fights with the AK compared to the rest of the medium weapons. The riot shield ends up putting you in danger since you always have to go melee range in a fight. The shotgun gets outtraded a lot. The Magnum wasn't bad, I just feel like the ARs are more consistent in my hands, and the grenade launcher was a good time until I had to fight a medium range or uphill battles. I tried the turret, it didn't seem to do what I wanted it to. I tried placing it as soon as the fight started, it would only end up activating when the fight was already over. I tried camping the cache out like a rat. This had better results, but not good enough, due to most players playing invis light. The turret won't activate until it sees an enemy, so it never ends up starting the fight, but just shoots a couple of bullets halfway through it. The healing beam is useless, since we're playing the only solo game mode because of a lack of friends, so straight to the trash can. So I settled on the recon sensors, giving you the wall hacks needed to be able to figure out which fights you want to start and which you don't. I ended up using the recon sensors to figure out where enemies were spawning at the beginning of matches, when it was safe to deposit or when to push a deposit, and of course, when it would be a good time to use my equipment so that I wouldn't be wasting it. It's also perfect to figure out when and where an enemy is peeking you from so that you can pre-fire them. Now for actual equipment. The difference between solo blanket and every other game mode is that players don't have teams or objectives to have to defend, so players tend to be consistently on the move, never really allowing for stationary equipment to shine. Frag grenades do massive damage, but it ends up being difficult to know where to throw them since you never really know where people are going, like in classic quick cache. The pyro grenade ended up being a good pickup, but I found myself always getting shot whenever I was throwing it, so just using your gun ends up being better. Gas mines were not nearly as good as team game modes. Explosive mines can get you the occasional kill or damage needed to win a fight, but with their small hitbox to actually activate, people tend to just not trigger them most of the time. So, my go-tos were sonar grenades, flashbangs, gas grenades, and the jump pad. I would throw the sonar grenades after using recon sense so that I could deactivate it and start its cooldown, but also still have info on the enemies. Plus, all these invis lights become a pain to deal with if you don't have sonars. Flashbangs were just fun to use since you will know where enemies are peeking you from or pushing you from most of the time thanks to all your sonars and sensors, making it a lot easier to hit. Gas grenades ended up being perfect for the same reason sonar grenades are good. When thrown in a room, it will take all lights out of invis as soon as they take one tick of damage, and it would allow me to also have some counterplay to the heavies camping behind shields and corners. The jump pad is of course to have some sense of mobility instead of just relying on map ziplines, jump pads and staircases. Okay, that's it. Leave a comment if you know better combos or ways of playing solos as a medium. Leave a like if you enjoyed and maybe subscribe. Have a great one.